Now we are coming to the main part of the chapter, that is motions of the earth. So you can see here in our solar system, earth is the third planet. We have discussed this in our previous two chapters. Earth moves in two different ways. It rotates on its axis and it revolves around the sun. Today in this lesson we will just discuss about rotation. So when we say the word rotation, as I told you, Earth is tilted on its axis. It is not perfect sphere also, and this tilt of its axis is at 23.5 degree. While it is tilted, it rotates. Now what you have to remember is the Earth rotates on its own axis. That is the imaginary line which is formed when rotation happens. Its axis is an imaginary line, so all the longitudes, latitudes, axis, orbital plane, all these are imaginary lines. Even the path on which the earth revolves around the sun is imaginary. It is not a fixed path like a road where we travel with our cars. So earth is not traveling on a fixed path. Another thing which you have to remember is Earth's axis is tilted. That means while it has rotated for so many years, the North Pole is little bit tilted. Okay, so the whole Earth is tilted, and the tilt is, again I'm telling you, 23.5 degree. That much tilt is there from its exact place. Now here you can see this is the axis, the orange line. Now it has to be here if Earth would have been stationary. This orange line would have been here because this is the center of the North Pole. But you see it is not here, it is here. That shows that it is tilt. Second thing you have to remember about Earth's rotation is Earth rotates from west to east. Please remember, this is west, this is east. Earth rotates from west to east. Then another thing that you have to remember is the earth takes 24 hours to complete a circle. It is actually 23 hours 56 minutes, but we can't make a day like that. So to complete one day, we have made it for 24 hours. The speed of the Earth's rotation is 1036 miles per hour. As I was telling you in the video, it was looking slow, but overall speed of the Earth is 1036 miles per hour. The maximum speed is at the equator. The minimum speed is at the pole, because Earth is a whole body. And to catch up with the speed of the North Pole, which is a small place, the bigger part of the earth, the bulge of the earth, rotates faster. So the speed of the earth is maximum on the equator and least on the poles. Now, what is the effect of rotation on the earth? In your junior classes, you might have read the effects that it causes day and night, which is known to everyone. But in class 9, you are going to read a little more about it. So the portion of the earth which faces sun rays has a day, and the other side which doesn't face sun has night. So the rotation causes day and night. Just imagine if earth stays like this and doesn't move. Then what's going to happen? Then this part will have day forever, this part will have night forever. Not only that, this part will start becoming hot because it will receive temperature, sun rays 24 hours into 7 days of a week, of all months, and in a year. So it will become very hot, and the other side will become freezing cold like polar areas. So that is day and night and effect on the temperature also. So the temperature is maintained because the part which is heated during the day, at night it is cooled down because sun rays are not falling. So that is day and night, as well as temperature impact of rotation. Second impact of rotation of earth is when rotation happens, then tides are caused. Now let me tell you first of all what is tide. Tide is the gravity of the sun and the moon and all other heavenly bodies. They have a gravity, and this gravity pulls other objects in the celestial area. So gravity of sun and moon, which are closest to the earth, pulls earth also, but earth is not pulled, earth's water is pulled. So water is lifted little bit up because of the gravity of the sun and moon. So you can say that sun and moon is here like magnet, and water is like iron. The way magnet attracts iron, in similar form, sun and moon's gravity attract water. So water is lifted, which causes high tide, and when water comes down, it causes low tide. So low tides and high tides are caused due to gravity of sun and moon, which is because of rotation. Now how it is because of rotation? Because of the tilt of the earth, one portion of the earth faces sun more closely. That area will have more tides as compared to the portion which is away from the sun. This is one picture showing image of high tide and low tide. You can see in this area the water is near this shore, but here the water has gone back. Okay, so because the water has been lifted, so it goes back, maximum water reaches in the center part of the ocean. Here in another picture it is shown that the water is lifted, it is attracted towards the moon. Here also it is attracted towards the moon. So when water is lifted, it is called as high tide. When water is not lifted, it goes low, it's called as low tide. So this is a low tide area.